Hi everybody, I want to stop and tell you real quick about something that just happened. I was here in a decrepit little shrine, if I can use that word, but it really is. I mean, the place is practically falling to pieces. Anyway, but it's got a lot of charm, that wabi-sabi charm. Anyway, that's not what I want to say. Keep buggering on. I made a video, no, I didn't make a video. I did a Facebook post showing here, I'll show it to you guys, because I didn't show it on YouTube, but I do have the photo. I showed a photo. I was at a grand opening, first day of a brand new department store, really big, cool department store here in Shizuoka, and everybody was everywhere. And I was walking past this one really, really great store for young women. And there were all these beautiful young, tall, slender, beautiful women. And they were all wearing an identical shirt that was being sold, that was merchandise. And here's the shirt. And I posted that on Facebook. And I said, hands down the best shirt I've ever seen in Japan. And there was a discussion going on in comments there. And by the way, if you're not my friend on Facebook and you'd like to be, please join up. I'm Kurt Bell. I'm the guy with the green behind me. I'd love to be your friend on Facebook. Anywho, so we were talking about this, and someone asked me, Black Hat asked me, he said, don't they understand what it means? And I said, yes. I responded, Japanese people do know what those words mean. The problem is it doesn't have the visceral punch. I think those are the words I used that it has with a native speaker. I mean, I can't even bring myself to say those words right now because I'd be ashamed to say those words, but I showed it to you. And this is one of the reasons, just detracting back a little further, over on my LylesBrother channel, I've made multiple videos talking about the fact that I taught my daughter from a young age profanity, English profanity. She can cuss like a sailor. She can. We used to sit in the bath together and back and forth. This kind of like rapping thing. Who could come up with the worst string of profanity. And the part of the reason was that I wanted, and the entire reason was, I want her to grow up and come to America because I'm hoping she'll spend some of her life there at least, and be able to participate in the culture and not just understand the words, but to feel the words. So that if she's at a party and someone says, there's hostilities going on, and someone invokes some nasty words at her or elsewhere, she can understand, she can participate in what's going on and feel it. If someone says it at her, she can know it. If there's humor involved, she can know what it means. My friend Mully and I, Jim, we don't curse on YouTube, but we curse a lot together. He and I we work together, and we enjoy that element of our interaction. In fact, Emily participates in that as well. Molly's probably one of the only guys that she'll actually use that with. Emily's learned how to use it appropriately, and she has learned through her return back to the States and accidentally using it in the wrong situation and seeing the reaction that it got from people. She's learned that there are inappropriate settings for use of those words as well. So I'm kind of getting long-winded by basically saying I've taught Emily English profanity, in order to prepare her for life as an American, because I think it's important not just to know the words or know what they mean, but to feel what they mean as well. And the only way, if I raised her in the United States, she'd get it naturally from her peers and through media and the like. But here in Japan, she won't get it. And if she doesn't get it as a young age, as an adult, it won't face her. And I just had that example come to me. I was listening to this podcast. Well, it's not a podcast, it's a YouTube video that I had buffered. It's a what is it? It's an interview with Christopher Hitchens. You can see the second one there. Christopher Hitchens, a pretty controversial guy. The second one there, Hitchens 10 Paul's Paxman or something like that. That one there, and it's not necessarily about atheism, which is he's known for. He's talking about a lot of things. Basically, he's got cancer, so he's got no hair. He's dead now, sadly. But it's basically an interview, a BBC interview, talking about, so far in the interview, he's talking mostly about cancer. It's 28 minutes long. I'm about halfway through it. And at one point, he's talking, this is a BBC broadcast, and at one point, he says something, KBO, and the other guy, who's a British guy, says, keep buggering on. And then Christopher says, oh, can we say that on the BBC? And he's like, it's early in the evening, I think we're okay. And I realized that as an American, buggering, we know what bugger means. If you don't look it up, you can find out. It's one of those words that I don't want to say what it means in American English, because it's just, I can't get that word. I can't say that word on YouTube. But in American, buggering doesn't mean anything to me. And I am confident that you can say buggering all day long, on American TV, and no one's going to complain because it's an impotent word for us. We know what it means, but it doesn't hurt us. It doesn't feel anything. A British bloke, in fact, one British bloke once did come up to me and say, "You bugger," and it didn't mean anything to me. I almost got in a fight with that guy. He was nuts. It was years and years ago. Anyway, another story. So anyway, there's an example of it right there. How the word has no meaning. How the word "keep buggering on" has no meaning to me, and it doesn't mean anything. Just like that T-shirt has no meaning to the Japanese, and that's why words are deeper than their definition. They are more than the sounds that they make. They are the depth of meaning and the intent and the feeling that goes behind them. And with that, I'll close this video with a brief tour of this dilapidated Shinto shrine, which again, another word that has more punch and intent than I mean. But look at this place. I mean, here's a little shrine right here, a little altar. Just stuff everywhere. I love these kind of shrines. Even though I said it that way, I really do love shrines like this. These are the types of community Shinto shrines that I think have some of the most heart and spirit. And I'll withdraw real quick, not get run over on this narrow little road here, and say goodbye to you, my friends. And thank you for hanging out with me for just a bit. Why does it say stop there? I don't know. Bye-bye.